Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany, and today in this video I'll be speaking about why I'm not sending my son and future children to daycare, preschool, and etc. Honestly, I just don't know where to begin. It's kind of like that type of subject you don't want to have because everybody has an opinion about it. Everybody is like, well, he could go to school, you could go to work. Yes, that could happen, but it's more sensible to do it when they go to school, whether at this age where they just need to bond with mum and dad and family around him. And honestly, if a kid doesn't speak at a certain age, you can't make them speak. You can't be like, oh, but he needs to go see a therapist. He needs to go see, those type of people that can help. And I didn't speak at 5. My mom literally took me to a speech therapist and sign language classes because she thought I would never speak. And that's why I know some sign languages here and there. And I'm not bashing that community. I'm just stating that, if my son doesn't talk that much, he doesn't talk that much. I honestly don't blame him for not speaking, because why would you want to speak in this world when everything you say gets judged? But because my son is only 1 year old, he is 20 months old, and that's in months. In years, he is 1. He's almost 2. I just don't see it as sensible as me being his parent, as his primary parent, his mum, to send him to those places. Because 1, he doesn't talk. 2, he can't say if he's hurting or not. And 3, he just gets really clingy to mummy. He loves his mummy so much. We have formed that connection, that bond with each other. And it's hard to separate him and I together, like apart. But he also loves his daddy. Like, he knows when his daddy's coming home. He knows who his closest family members are. But what I'm trying to say is, the reason behind us not sending our son and future children to childcare, daycare, preschool is because he doesn't talk quite yet. And he doesn't know how to vocally say he's hurt, he's in trouble, something's bad is happening at these places. And I would go to work because I have people who can look after him, but it's the fact that he might himself feel like he's been neglected, even though he's not, because we have some sensible, appropriate people who can look after him. But I choose to look after him because he has such a firm, strong connection with me that he doesn't want to lose. And I understand that because I was like that too. I was so glued to my mum, and because my father wasn't around, I was so glued to my mum so much that that umbilical cord did not get ripped until I initially met my partner, which is kind of weird to say in my early 20s, late teens and stuff like that. But, my mum, she did everything for me. She was such, a strong woman and such like that. So knowing that my father was around, I still love my dad, but he just wasn't around for me to ask certain questions. So to get back on point, what I'm saying is, I'm not going to be sending my son to a place where he can't vocally say if he's hurt, if he's upset, express his emotions. And yeah, because we have one just down the road from us, but I choose to look after my son until he's at the right age to go to school, because you can't just dump your kid off at a place and expect someone else to look after them. I know some people can, because everybody's life is different, more different than mine, more different than yours. But I know from experience that it can be hard leaving your parents. It can be hard, tearing that connection apart. Knowing that my son is, he's got a strong connection to me. And I know that I probably formed that because I'm his primary parent. I'm someone who he can look up to, like his dad. But because his dad is the sole owner of our family, I'm the person who makes the house at home, who does the laundry, who cleans everything up. And I also film videos as a content creator part-time. So I'm a full-time mum and wife, and I'm also a part-time creator on the internet, where I film videos for living, as a living. And I also do a lot more stuff around the house that you guys don't see. You guys only see maybe 10-minute video here and there, or 30-second video here and there. You guys don't see all my life because I don't broadcast on the internet. And I have filmed on YouTube ever since I was 14 years old. I filmed on YouTube, so a long time since I filmed on this site, on this platform. And I know I've got people who follow me and stuff like that, but my son comes first. My son is the reason why I don't show his face as often as I would like, because I know the safeties of the internet. I know the internet is not a safe place for a kid that age, and like every parent has their right to say, I'm going to be doing this for my son, my daughter, etc. And considering there is a few times when someone has asked me, are you going to send them to childcare? Are you going to send them to preschool? Are you going to send them to kindergarten? I would, but not right now. I'm a full-time mom and I'm loving my job. When he naps, I take a few minutes to just debrief, talk to you guys on YouTube. And also if my partner rings me at work when he's on his lunch break, I'll talk to him, or I'll clean the house up. I'll clean the windows, I'll clean everything, I don't drive just yet, but I'm hoping to get there sometime. But there's a lot of stuff you guys don't see behind the camera, behind the scenes, that you guys don't see. And if you guys want to see that type of stuff, just hop on my Instagram and you guys can see it. But I'm getting off track here a little bit. All I'm saying is, my son will not be going to these places because of his safety, because he can't talk yet. He's still in nappies. He's formula fed. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, you guys can work around that. I know that. But my decision as his mum, as his parent, is I'm not going to be sending him to those places until he's at school, which is grade 1, I think. And because I think I went to preschool, kindergarten, when I was just a teeny little weeny little girl with my brother, because it wasn't just me going, it was my brother too, because me and my brother are about 1 or 2 years apart, so it was good to have him there to look after and stuff like that. But I'd never send him alone. If he had another kid, then maybe, but I don't think we're gonna have a kid anytime soon. We're not preventing it, but what happens. God's plan, God's on our life, he's going to obviously make the plan right for us. And he's been so good to us lately, and ever since I've joined the churches, the church, he's blessed me in so many ways. He's given me a loving son, a loving husband, a loving family. And yeah, so all I'm going to say now is, I know I've gotten a bit off track in this video because I'm just coming back to YouTube. I'm just coming back to filming for YouTube. I don't film that much, to be quite honest, on this platform. I mostly just film for TikTok and stuff like that. But I'm just getting back in the groove of filming, because every time I talk about a certain subject, it goes off to another subject, another subject, another subject, like I'm doing now. All I'm saying is, to get back on the subject about not sending my kid to early school, I'm not sending him because he can't talk quite yet. He can't vocalize about what's going on. And he has church nursery, which he loves. He loves that place, because me and his dad and I can be in there with him. And I know that other parents would love to be with their kids 24/7. But at the moment, I'm talking about my son and me. And they've got their own opinion about why they're not sending their kid, or if they're sending their kid. And that's up to them. That's their life. That's what they want to do. I'm not going to get into their business. I'm just sharing my story. I'm sharing my thoughts about why I'm not sending my kid to daycare. But all I'm saying is, it's quite tough. It's quite tough in this lifetime now, in this generation, to send your kids to school, because they get bullied, they get all sorts of stuff thrown at them, and it's just really, really tough for their little minds to process. But all I'm saying is, he's learning a lot more at home. He learns so much more. Yes, his social skills aren't there yet, but it's getting there. His social skills are getting there. He's learning so much more stuff now. He knows how to greet people. He knows how to hug. How to show affection, and he just does a lot more stuff than I would have thought. But all I'm saying now is, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys quietly understand, and and know where I'm coming from when it comes to sending my son and future children to daycare. It's just our choice. My partner and I have discussed, even before he was born, if we were going to send him to those places, and we have discussed that I would look after him and he would go to work, only because he is a full-time worker and I'm the stay-at-home mum. I make sure he's looked after. I actually do, make sure his uniform's washed, and I make sure everything's clean. And yeah, basically that's how it works for us. This is how our life has happened. And I know I've spoken a bit more about other subjects here and there, but I'll get to those in other videos. But yes, my son will not be going to childcare until he turns the ripe age of maybe 5 or 6 years old, where he actually goes to school, because there's just a lot that young kids can't say. Young kids can't express if they're hurt. The only thing they can do is scream and go to the person they feel safest. My son feels safest with me. He feels safest with me and only me. He does feel safe with his dad and stuff like that, but there's a few people he does feel safe on. Not just me. I know I just said that before. He doesn't just feel safe on me. He feels safe on a few people. But obviously, as his mum, he has a strong connection to me, which I understand. I am his mum. He is my son. He is my husband's son too. And honestly, I just feel like there's a deep connection with what I'm trying to say. There are some mums who can't send their kids to school and who have to look after them full time, which is fine by me. But I do have some people to speak to when I'm not, when he's sleeping, when he's napping right now. So as he's napping, I'm just eating some food. I'm drinking Milo because we don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee, to be honest. I had it once and I'm sick now. But I'm also going to watch something on YouTube. So yes, I'm going to be putting this video up tonight, hopefully. And I know that I'm not popular on YouTube, but I know some people do watch my videos, especially family. But there's a lot that's been happening in my life. That's why I haven't quite filmed like this setting. But that's all I'm saying. And I just want you to understand that this is my partner and I's decision. His father and I's decision to not send our son and future children to daycare, childcare, etc. Only because it's not safe for him. I'm not saying I don't trust the system of daycare. But to me, I just won't be sending him to those places, because I went as a little kid, but I had my brother beside me, and he was not vocal, but we were both looking out for each other. And if I, had another kid before he turned one, then maybe we would send them together so then they can help each other out. But I could not send my son to these places without knowing it was safe enough, because I've heard lots of stories how educators are hitting kids. I've just heard a lot of stories, and it's just not nice. Okay, it's not nice to treat our little kids like that. They want to go to a place where they can learn, have fun, because educators aren't babysitters. They aren't babysitters. They're not babysitters 100%. They're there to educate your child while you're working or while you're home. They're there to make sure your child's safe, and sometimes educators don't do that job, which is sad. It's really sad that sometimes educators just lose their mind and like, I've never whacked a kid. And I don't choose to. I always keep my anger bottled in and scream on my pillow. That's what I do. I scream on my pillow, and that's it. But my head's just got like so much stuff in it right now. I just want to blurt it all out. And all I'm saying is, it's just tough. It's really, really tough knowing when and where to send your child to go to school. Because educators are not babysitters. They're not people who can hit your kids. No one can hit kids. No one in this lifetime and at all can hit your kids. I know it was tough back in the 80s, 90s. But we're talking about now. We're talking about how you can get fined. You can get in trouble for hitting your kid. And I could never do that. But all I'm saying is, we have chosen not to send our kid because he is 1, he's not 2 yet. He is not exactly vocal. He's only vocal if he's home. And even at nursery, he has fun at nursery. So I'm grateful there's a nursery at church that we can go to and he can have fun. But I think that's all I'm going to say before I lose track of what I'm going to say. I think that's all I'm going to say about this topic. If you guys have any other questions, comment them down below and I will get to them in my next video. If I don't, and I'll just reply to them on your comment. But if you guys like this video, if you guys really think my decision not sending our kid to these places a good idea, then that's you. If not, then keep your opinion to yourself. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a pretty long one, I'm sorry, but I tried to get everything out as I can. I love you guys. Like this video if you want. Comment if there's anything else you'd like to see, or if there's anything else you'd like me to cover on. And subscribe to my channel, as I do post, trying to post daily, but if I don't, and it'll be weekly. So yes, I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you can see my next video. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. But I'm so cringy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so cringy and so weird, and I can't film without someone saying and be like, "Oh, you okay?" Like right now, I'm in the house by myself with my son, so yeah, I'm kind of like nervous that someone's gonna walk in. But yes, okay. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys, and peace out to yous. Bye.